Two young cheetahs crouch beneath the tall grass, breathing fast after a successful hunt. Between them lies a freshly caught hare, their hard-earned meal after a long morning of searching across the scorching savannah. They are hungry, excited, and completely unaware that someone far more powerful has already noticed them. Not far away, a lioness slowly lifts her head. The scent of fresh blood drifts through the warm air. She doesn't rush. She knows exactly what that smell means. Every calm step she takes is filled with confidence. In this part of the savannah, she fears very little. The cubs hear the grass moving and freeze. Before they can react, the lioness emerges from the bushes. She doesn't chase. She doesn't roar. She simply walks straight toward the frightened youngsters as though the hunt already belongs to her. The little cheetahs hesitate for only a second before abandoning the hare. Survival always comes before food. The lioness reaches the kill, lowers her head, and claims it without effort. To her, stealing a meal is much easier than wasting precious energy hunting another. The frightened cubs race toward a nearby group of adult cheetahs resting beneath scattered acacia trees. Within moments, every head turns toward the lioness. 8 adult cheetahs stand together, watching the powerful predator enjoying the meal their youngsters worked so hard to catch. Most predators would walk away. These cheetahs do not. Slowly, they begin moving closer. The lioness notices them immediately. She keeps eating but never stops watching. Every movement around her is carefully measured. She understands that cheetahs rarely challenge lions alone, but a large group can become unpredictable. The cheetahs spread out across the grassland instead of approaching together. One circles to the left. Another quietly moves behind her. The others remain just outside striking distance, forcing the lioness to constantly shift her attention. Their goal isn't to overpower her. Their goal is to make her uncomfortable. The lioness raises her head and growls deeply. The warning echoes across the open plains. For a brief moment, everyone stops. But only for a moment. One bold cheetah suddenly darts forward, forcing the lioness to spin around. Before she can react, another rushes from behind, testing her blind side before leaping away again. No one stays close long enough to be caught. Every attack lasts only seconds. Every retreat is perfectly timed. The lioness lashes out with enormous paws, but each swipe cuts through empty air. The cheetahs rely on speed rather than strength, constantly changing positions before she can land a single blow. Dust begins rising beneath their feet. The peaceful savannah transforms into a battlefield. The lioness realizes something important. She is no longer protecting only a stolen meal. She is defending her reputation. If she retreats now, every nearby predator will remember it. The cheetahs become bolder with every passing minute. They bark, hiss, and rush in from different directions, forcing the lioness to keep turning without rest. She cannot focus on one opponent because another instantly appears somewhere else. One cheetah races across her front. Another flashes behind her. A third stops just long enough to distract her before disappearing into the tall grass again. The lioness growls louder than before and charges at one attacker, but the cheetah escapes effortlessly. The others immediately close the distance, stealing precious seconds while her attention is elsewhere. Their confidence continues growing. The circle around the lioness grows tighter. Neither side is willing to surrender. And this dangerous confrontation is only just beginning. The battle has now lasted several long minutes, and neither side is willing to give up. The lioness stands firmly over the stolen hare, her muscles tense and her breathing heavier than before. Every second demands more energy, while the 8 cheetahs remain fast, coordinated, and relentless. They know they cannot defeat her through strength, so they rely on patience. One cheetah suddenly bursts forward, stopping just short of the lioness before darting away. Almost instantly, another appears from behind, forcing her to spin around once again. Every movement drains a little more of her strength. The lioness roars across the savannah. The powerful sound silences the birds for a brief moment. But the cheetahs refuse to back away. Instead, they tighten the circle. Each cheetah understands its role. While one distracts the lioness from the front, another races behind her. A third watches carefully, waiting for the perfect opening before making a quick dash and disappearing again. The attacks are short. The pressure is constant. The lioness swipes with incredible force, but the cheetahs are simply too quick. Dust rises into the air as paws pound across the dry ground. Minute after minute, the confrontation continues. Neither predator gains complete control. Small scratches begin appearing across the lioness's shoulders and flanks. They are not life-threatening, but they slowly wear down her confidence. Even the strongest hunter cannot fight in every direction at once. The cheetahs sense her growing fatigue. They become even more aggressive. One rushes in close enough to make the lioness charge. The moment she commits, two others race behind her, forcing another sharp turn. She spends more time reacting than attacking. The stolen meal has almost been forgotten. Now the fight is about dominance, about proving who controls this piece of the savannah. The lioness plants her feet and lets out another thunderous roar. For a few seconds, the cheetahs hesitate. Then they move again. The pressure never stops. The lioness's breathing grows deeper. Her movements become slightly slower. The cheetahs notice every small change. Again and again, they test her from different directions, never giving her the chance to rest. For nearly 9 exhausting minutes, the standoff continues. Everything changes. A deep, powerful roar rolls across the grasslands. Every cheetah freezes. The sound is unmistakable. A full-grown male lion is approaching. He emerges from the tall grass with slow, confident steps. His thick mane moves gently in the wind as he scans the scene before him. The lioness immediately recognizes the newcomer. She is no longer alone. The 8 cheetahs exchange quick glances. Just moments ago, they had been controlling the fight through teamwork. But facing 2 lions is an entirely different challenge. The male lion walks beside the lioness without rushing. He doesn't need to charge. His presence alone changes the balance of power. One by one, the cheetahs begin stepping backward. No barking, no bluffing, no more daring attacks. They know exactly where the limit lies. The lion releases one final earth-shaking roar that echoes across the open plains. This time, the message is clear. The confrontation is over. Within seconds, all 8 cheetahs turn and disappear into the tall grass, leaving the lions alone with the stolen hare. The lioness watches them until the last spotted body fades into the distance. Her breathing slowly returns to normal. She has defended her ground long enough for help to arrive. On the African savannah, survival is not always decided by speed or strength alone. Sometimes, patience holds the line. Sometimes, numbers create opportunity. And sometimes, the arrival of a single ally is enough to end a battle that seemed impossible just moments before. Today, 8 determined cheetahs challenged a fearless lioness. But in the end, the king's arrival reminded every predator on the savannah why some battles are simply not worth continuing. If you enjoyed this incredible wildlife story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more unforgettable encounters from the wild.